hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
And the people pretend to work. When you pay somebody and something that can't even pay their transport and take care of their children, so you pretend to pay them too, they pretend to work.
Before the week ends, there will only be people charged the place
before the weekend.
This week.
All right.
Yes, sir. Before
the weekend
on Saturday. Before the copy on Saturday.
In your countries, to revive the spirit of Africa, to revive the spirit of Ubuntu, you must fight for your countries. If they kill you, they must kill all of you. You can't be scared of that, because even me, every day, yesterday I came late in the march because I had an intelligence that some people were waiting somewhere for me. I had to change two vehicles so that I can get to the march, because if I used my car to come to the march, I would have died yesterday. That's why I kept postponing the times, because the intelligence was telling me, Uguchi, there's things that people are trying to do. And thanks to the police, thanks to the intelligence, and all those that are criticizing us, they don't know that we go through such.
You see our country as a drug traffic point, transit point to kill them. Then the people entrusted with power are telling us they become legalistic. And I'm approaching a joke aside. What I'm telling you, I'm speaking from the background of security. You. If these people are suspended by the president within 1 week, if those involved in the drug cartel, if the leaders surface, don't respect me anymore. Don't respect me anymore. I'm telling you that story. You understand? So, Madam President, nobody will give myself down. I'm saying what I'm saying. Well, I usually give a matter of fact. Yes. I
think you have to wait and you respond.
It's so inconvenient, say.
They respond.
You just speak. Telling me I've been losing. You're telling me I've been losing, but I go then. Did you hear me? You see, when they say I'm speaking loose, I mean, we're off. Yes, sir. I was leaking loosely. Police just got it. Now, what you said? Where I sit and where I say, I have privileged. I'll be very clear with you. I have privileged. But what we say here, let me tell you something. If I was somebody who is somehow sentimental or not sentimental, but somebody who is selective, those two individuals that are talking about the NSA director from Lima, the DARD director from Lima, the NSA of personality, then you look at me telling me, say, I'm talking loosely.
Did he say that?
It's an insult. Yeah, he said it.
With the he said to sitting senator.
So it's going to reach that level. But to check.
The speaker, the general speaker, they are playing. Tomorrow, we can say one of you. You know what I feel? But you don't know. But why is that doing? No. So I want to
touch on the issue of the threshold bill that was passed recently, and then a motion of reconsideration was taken by one of our colleagues, which sparked heated debate around here. You know, on the 9th of December 2025, the House of Representatives passed on this bill and sent it to the Senate for concurrence. This bill was crafted following the submission of the 2022 census result, which puts Liberia's population at around 5.2 million plus. And this submission was done to satisfy the constitutional requirements that are enshrined in Articles 80D and 80E. In 80D, it says each constituency shall have an approximately equal population of 20,000 or such number of citizens as the legislature shall prescribe in keeping with population growth, a movement as reviewed by the National Census.
It's Magella Cooper. I'm the Senior Political Advisor to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
The example of our President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. This is why we are here. Let me be on record. This is the national anchor of the Republic of Liberia, that is the nucleus of Liberia. Go. Everything that Liberia needs to reflect on the historicity how Liberia was built, we have it here. But the central government has forgotten it. And we will continue while who will speak. Mercy. In the world we're here.
Coming from the executive.
I say, I don't know why the president chose to think about football academy right after the exit of the footballing president. President Boakai had never, I don't think he even played in elementary school. To sit and decide that you're going to play a football academy, something that was being done by President Weah, who is celebrated around the world as who is celebrated in Africa. We think that is a serious challenge. That's a serious challenge. Everyone should watch that, because if this woman go ahead and build built a football academy. And when he background in football, after the exit of the football president, that clearly speaks to the fact that football was not a priority on George Weah.
A lottery approved by the legislature. If you spend $10 million on a government project, which institution funded it? It also lends credence to some of the things people have said, that some of the money hitting the budget. For example, they're spending $1 million for Foya Hospital. What's the population of Foya? $1 million for Foya Hospital, but there are more people in Basso. There are more people in Magidi. So how do you allot money? There's a lot more money being spent for Kolahun Hospital. And there is also money being spent for current hospital in Zozo. So this year's budget spending almost $2 million on hospitals in Foya. Are they giving those money, in Lofa, are they giving those money to go back for it and spend on other projects?
American, distinguished colleagues, I want to say good morning to every one of you, and thank God that we're in 2026. This is a very pleasant morning. All we can say, we want to tell God thank you for life. He has given us another breathing space. However, I am reminded of the conversation that was in the chat room yesterday where the speaker validated that Cecilia Pokun is his biological sister. That leads us to the fact that Richard Kun, at this point in time, you should recuse yourself, that you have committed crime under our marital law, the domestic law of this republic, that incest is a crime. So until we get reasons why you marry your sister, I think you have lost legitimacy to preside as speaker. So it is just the right thing for you to recuse yourself. And one thing, there are a lot of colleagues calling me and say, you're from the fanatical blah, they fire, you're not supposed to be commenting, you're not supposed to be talking. There is not a no damn blah thing that we're talking about. We are talking about the credibility, the image of the house that represents every one of us, the legislature as a body. Do you know what happened? That a woman is claiming that she got a marriage divorce certificate from the Civil Law Court. The repetition of our judiciary is placed on a question. Now the executive is also placed on a question. The legislature is placed on a question. And the lives and the status of our Liberian brothers and sisters in the United States of America now being in danger. This is a grave allegation. I'm hoping that our dear speaker can do the right thing. I'm not talking about removal or Richard Kun. I'm only saying he should recuse himself because they are also saying the woman fake document and blah, 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 blah. In the state of Delaware, you did it marriage, and then now we have credible information. The documents will be available today that, pictorial evidences will be out that you did marry and
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. We got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. There is no job, no money. The rainy season coming soon.
In the major headlines in your area, we like to say good evening and welcome to the round table. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of July 2026. We're gone a quarter in the year 2026, and we are grateful to God Almighty to be alive and to be here on the program, The Round Table. What is it we have for you today? We going to let you know a lot of good things we will be talking about. Like I said, a lot on our plate tonight. My name is William McGill, and the round table is your 1 hour fascinating live television program here on Wizz TV, bringing you all of the very best you deserve. We live on Wizz TV, Wizz Online TV, and as well as on YouTube, Wizz TV. For all of your coverages, you can contact us, and we will be glad to provide the necessary coverage you need for those events. Again, my name is William McGill. Let's take a short break with our sponsor talk. To be right back. The moment you walk into a room, hair that gives you confidence. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com. Kakuyan Collection is our prize sponsor there on the program, the round table, and basically we are going to be running through uh, uh, our conversations here. Firstly, we will uh, talk about news that are making headlines across our country, across the continent as well. And later on, we will talk about a public hearing on yesterday at the Liberian Senate, where Inspector General of Police Gregory Coleman appeared before senators there to talk about the ongoing investigation into the 19 million drug bust or drug saga at the LDA, the Ministry of Justice, Joint Security in general are investigating the matter, and more information continuing to come out as the investigation unfolds. We will look at that in depth as well, and a lot more we are going to be talking about. So all you can do is to stay with us as we go through our headlines there from the BBC as usual. Right after that, we will come on to give you today in history, and also after that, we will jump into all of our discussions here on the program, the round table. Let's now start off with news that are making headlines across the continent here on the BBC. It says South Africa and Ghana in diplomatic row over alleged killing of migrant. South Africa denies claims that a Ghanaian citizen was killed in anti-migrant protests in Cape Town. And this one says, killers of British couple in South Africa sentenced to life. The pair had been collecting real plants and seeds before their bodies were found days later in the river. And this one says, residents of Ethiopian town forced to kill hundreds of their own dogs after rabies death. Some residents reluctantly hung their dogs to avoid being arrested or fined, locals tells the BBC. And there's a lot in for sports, and it's not encouraging for Africa. Let's see this one coming. It says Nigeria to seek compensation for property abandonment by citizens fleeing South Africa. Nigerians High Commission says businesses and properties left behind by returnees are being documented. And so far, so good. Those are things we had coming in from the BBC. Let's run in quickly with today in history. On July 2nd, has witnessed several notable political events, and a lot, a lot is happening for today in history. Today in history, uh, July 2nd, 1776, the Continental Congress resolved that the United Colonies are and of right out to be free and independent states, making a crucial step in America or American independence. On 1847, July 2nd, Jefferson Davis was appointed to fill a vacant U.S. Senate seat for Mississippi, setting the stage for his later role as president of the Confederate state. And also today in history, uh, uh, the Congress of Vienna opened on October 1, 1814, redefining Europe's uh, political map, which is often referenced in discussion of European diplomacy and statecraft. Those are things we have in for our today in history. And yes, like I said, right, that's a lot we are going to be talking about on the show tonight. And all we need from you is to kindly stay tuned, join us, and let's have these conversations as we go ahead with the program. So now, right, on the show, we earlier started off, you know, and we normally brought about these conversations, especially for um, the issue with the arson case, right, at the Capitol building. We remember a few years back when the national legislature got it uh, by fire or on fire, and up to present that case is being investigated. Just when the national legislature had issues within uh, uh, that August body, and we later had news coming in that some forces were planning to, burn down the building. And then let's come out to say, right, the case been before the Supreme Court, and the court, reserved ruling in the case after months of long jury standard in the trial. And this report coming in says that the court moves for, extending the ruling or reserving the ruling follows review of a writ of prohibition that was being filed by uh, Representative Geneton Fonati Kofa and co-defendants challenging George Roosevelt Zewili's decision, to disband the entire jury panel earlier this year. So on December 18, 2024, uh, we remember that, section of the Capitol building got it by fire and or got it on fire, and it triggered national shock and a sweeping investigation that even saw the likes of international forensic team. So, state prosecutor on December 29 at the time, 2025, also filed a motion to dissolve the jury, and they allege that the jury overstepped by directly questioning the prosecution's key witness, Raphael Wilson. And prosecutors also argue in that situation that the panel was contaminated, and what they say is as incapable of an impartial verdict. So Judge Willie on the 2nd of January this year granted the motion, order the dissolution of the entire jury panel, and suspended the matter until the next term of court. So in that case, we had defense lawyers as well immediately announcing an appeal to the Supreme Court and requested a bill for all the defendants. So Associate Justice at the Supreme Court, Justice Yusuf D. Kabar, also on March 2nd, issued a writ of prohibition, and he ordered George Willie to appear for a chambers conference on the 5th of March and hotel all proceedings, you know, pending review. So this is the Supreme Court review, right? Kofa and 8 co-defendants argue that dissolving the jury mid-trial was irregular and would disrupt proceedings. And in comment outside the court on March 5th, Kofa compared the two, let's say the move to restarting a football match maybe through the game. And, that was what he said in quotation of what Representative Kofa said. And question the fairness of, disbanding a jury when the prosecution claimed to have overwhelming evidence. And that's whole lot with this one case. Sometimes we are very skeptical as to how we speak about uh, these issues, right? The reason is the reason is we don't want to start talking into political. Let's say it's not just about being political, but it's also a legal matter, as we are not, legal expert. But again, we can give our own opinion into these kind of situations. And it's important that everyone involved have, you know to taste the fairness of the justice system. And what do I mean by that? If party X, sorry, we okay, I think it's getting better now. Let me just see if I can get the okay lighting way better off now, right? Yeah, of course. So, like I said, right, if party X is not feeling certified about, you know the system, the justice system, and they are Liberian, that's part of whatever situation. They are Liberian, they should be given fair trial. This case have taken for the longest, and I don't know, because it's a political case, right? And not just being political, it's crucial that all evidence and every accusation is proven beyond reasonable doubt, that judges that are, you know, head in the matter can be convinced at a point that basically uh, everyone can understand. But again, that is for the Supreme Court and those involved. And I don't want to be held in contempt like Prophet Key. So I'll be very mindful as to how, you know, we are going ahead with conversation like this. And we will basically uh, say what we can say and basically, go ahead to just give our own opinion on situation of such. Uh, Quickly, let me come in with the president declaration to zero tolerance for drug trafficking. He vows no one will be spared. No one will be spared. And I remember having a conversation with a colleague of mine once, and I said, "There's few things that I don't know because maybe at the time I was young, I didn't understand politics. But there's few things that I saw within the two term of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and there's few things that I saw during former President we are term as president, and understands that I'm seeing. So it shows that every person that we ascend to a particular position do have their own style of leadership. I'm saying this to say that President Bwaka, has been consistently having cabinet meeting with his cabinets, letting them know that these are things we need to achieve. That's one. And the president, when the issue of the 19 million drug situation came up, people pressurized the security sector. We as journalists, the public as well, pressurized the DA. Lawmakers joined the call as well. And they say it was crucial, security related, and they never wanted to release more detailed information. And then all of a sudden, we saw individuals and some news outlet started releasing essential information. And it didn't take long. We saw the president now having to go on state broadcaster. And then he did release a statement to Liberians in general concerning the drug situation. Now, in his cabinet meeting, this is what the president said. He said, uh, this is what the president said. The president recalled that at the start of his administration, he and the vice president Jeremiah could publicly underwent drug tests to demonstrate leadership by example and underscore the government's commitment to tackling drug abuse. And referring to the recent seizure of narcotics valued at 19 million uh, that authorities who pursue everyone connected to the case. This is what he said in quotation. No matter who is involved or what position they hold, nobody will be spared, the president declared. And then he urged cabinet members to strengthen coordination among government institutions and intensify efforts to combat drug trafficking and substance abuse nationwide. If the president is saying this to cabinet ministers and also to the public, it shows the level of commitment, right? Let me get hold of the president sat during the cabinet meeting, and then we can basically get to Inspector General Gregory Coleman's situation. So with this, it shows government's commitment through President Boakai, as serious and rigorous they are in terms of fighting drug and making sure that these people are brought to book. Brussels Airlines also, restrict taking cargoes from Liberia, from Cuba, from several other countries, just because of this recent drug bust. And if you have to investigate the entire situation, they too needs to be investigated, or their entity could have led into a serious situation. Of course. So I think they are right as well. Now, to the investigation of this entire matter, right? The thing is, we we do have people that are in the security sector that have been trusted, that has been trusted by this government to supersede those areas. I'm saying this to say we saw how the police was very robust, was very serious when Sam Jackson were part of with that investigation. The public was being briefed, and everything about that, we had information coming in. We've seen several other cases, and let me place these videos, and we can go ahead from there. Yeah, let me play it. Let me play them.
Using our country as a drug traffic point, transit point to carry out. Then the people entrusted with power are telling us that they become this state. And I'm put joke aside. What I'm telling you, I'm speaking from the background of security. You. If these people are suspended by the president within 1 week, if those involved in the drug cartel, if the media surface, don't be studying anymore. Don't be studying. You understand? So, Madam President, nobody will give myself dialogue. I'm saying what I'm saying. Well, I usually give a matter of fact. Yes. You cannot collect it. You trust about how in your country the next
I think you have to wait and you respond.
it's so incompetency.
They respond.
You just speak. You're telling me I've been loosely. You're telling me I've been loosely. But I go tell did you use?
How the IG, responded to the senators, and those were things that most of the senators had to say, and that that exactly Senator Koga from Nimba, occupying the seat of the late Senator Prince Johnson. The thing is, first of all, RG Gregory should be able to understand the fact that he's an appointed official of government, whether the position is there for him for the next 6 years because he supported this government. No one cares about that. But you should understand that you were the same individual who went and stood in from these same senators and was you know awaiting your confirmation. That's one. Two, uh, uh, those people there are called the elders of our country, and you should be able to address them with some level of respect. That's the truth everyone is saying about this drug situation. We had people being paraded for having little or nothing in terms of marijuana. And then we have institutions involved that says they take cargo, they do this, they do that, X, Y, and Z. And the government had to even delay to close their entity down in their own investigation or being named as people of interest. Let's be serious in this country. If we can't, no one else will get out of their country and come and make we Liberians serious. The issue of drug, if we go down to the history of reasons and several other reasons why people voted George Weah out of power, was one because they claimed that the CDC-led government brought a lot of drug into this country. So they felt the rescue government was the best to clean up the mess. When rescue came into power, there were a lot of supporters that had awareness going on. Say no to drugs, anti this, anti that. What about drugs? There were so many ideas. Government and the senators even had, some conversations about supporting people that operate in rehabs. How far is that as well? How far? We have people, citizens that ran into ghettos. And these people that operate the ghettos are not the one bringing in these drugs in the country. People that take in these substances are not the one bringing them in the country. We have high ranking profiles, high ranking individuals that are notable in society that will come and bring in these things, get rich from the detriment of the young people. Then the Justice Ministry, the Joint Security that are investigating the situation, they're continuing to tell us that they are taking time. Why take time? Are you afraid to call individuals' names that have been armored? Are you afraid? Of course. One person of interest in this drug case was serving on a board of a government institution. And then President Boaka had to suspend him. IG Gregory Coleman, you said from now till this weekend, which was yesterday, we will have names of individuals. Again, I want to play that clip, and we counting on your words because this is serious. We cannot be joking with the future of our country, with the future of the young people, and we have one investigation that will drag for the longest. We are not going to rest. We're not relent until we find individuals. We get to know these individuals that are involved, that brought the huge quantity of drugs in our country. Liberia cannot be used as a transit point for cartels. If it were happening back then, we no longer want it to happen. If it happened before, we no longer want anything of such to continue to happen. Of course, of course, we should be serious. We should be serious about things we say we can do. We should be serious about things we say we can handle as a nation, as people. You cannot get individuals and be protecting their identities because you feel they are high profile in society. This is not how the justice system works. This is not how people get to understand that a country is being just and not protecting certain individuals. The justice system should be blunt. It shouldn't see the rich nor the poor. It should be fair. It should be somewhere that people can run to get a redress. Are you telling me our justice system is fragile? No, I cannot take that. I will tell you no. And we need to have these individuals that are involved. We need to have their names. We need them being arrested, put behind bars. Because the drug lord of our country says, if you bring in huge quantity of drugs into Liberia, you have no billing. It's non-billable. Non-billable, meaning you will stay in jail, the investigation go on, court trial goes on, and then if you are found guilty, you stay there based on whatever term the court is going to give you to stay there. Of course. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. Let's take this quickly. Let me take this. Let's take this.
Before the week ends, there will be people charged and placed
before the weekend.
this week.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Before the weekend on Saturday. The court will be on Saturday.
So before the weekend. Thank you.
My brother,
That's what the hearing is about.
before the week ends, there will be people charged and placed
before the weekend.
this week.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Before
the weekend
on Saturday. The court will be on Saturday.
So before the weekend. Thank you.
Before this week ends, the week ends on Saturday, and court can be open on Saturday. People will be charged and sent to court. I love that from you, IG Gregory. And the public is listening. The public is counting on, the fairness of the justice system. The public name a lot of individuals that are involved, even if you are in wherever country the drug was, ready to be shipped to. You should also be called on to answer questions. These are things that we need to happen. These are things that we need to happen to our great country Liberia. So before this weekend, according to police RG Gregory Comer, people will be charged and sent to court. We're watching. We're watching. You cannot brand other people as, drug cartels. And at the end of the day, Unity Party government is having 19 million worth of drug entering the country. And we know nothing of how the drug arrive in our country. We don't even know where the drug pass to come. It's just one company that says they into this, and before you look, the first 100 grand was all a year, straight to the UK. And so bad that we still have the DA arresting locals taking these substance. People that just say marijuana along the community being arrested, videographed, and then taken to jail. But people that bringing 10 million worth of drug into Liberia cannot be identified, cannot be arrested, cannot be charged and sent to court, cannot answer the relevant questions security personnel needs to ask them. It takes a whole long time. And then when you talk, it tells you that the situation is complicated and security cannot talk or name people because the investigation is tricky. There's a lot of excuse. And I think maybe a statement from the president is also maybe a pressure on the investigators. We all knows Gregory. We all knows Gregory Como. Gregory is good at what he does with crimes and serious situation and everything. And we understand the fact that Gregory is a great man. Yeah, Gregory is a great man. So we hoping on him. Yeah. And I just seen a statement from Embato representative. He says, if you even give Gregory Coleman 3 weeks, you will not arrest anybody for the 19 million cocaine. Yeah. So like I said, these are things we need to understand and give our own education and advice and experience and just be able to help our country Liberia um, in these situations. Let's take a quick musical break, and once we get back, we talk more about the issue there with South Africa, and then we can be able to go ahead with the program.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Hey, there is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the
Major Headlines is our team song here. We have to take that break quickly. Uh, Let me bring this before we dive into our South Africa discussion. This one to throw some light on this.
The 22 million dollar US road that the rescue government say the bill we are between Chloe and Sidon Drive and the major road are leading to Grandview County. As you can see, Carnestra in the mud. There is some on the road that the been discussing that you can wear your well clothes, you will not take oil until you reach your destination. As you see how deployable the road is. You see how deployable the road is. The rescue men can sit down tomorrow and be talking whole day how the road go and where share to go to the southeast. As you can see the condition of the road. This is a major road leading to Grandview County, as you can see. The cars are all struck in the mud. We've been here for the past 4 hours, as you can see for yourself. So I want for the rescue, there's more rescue men to leave their offices to drive on the road to see the kind of situation our citizens are passing through, they are going through. As you can see for yourself, see how deployable the road is. As you can see, you see how deployable the road is. You see how deployable the road is. The rescue men can sit down tomorrow and be talking whole day how the road go and where share to go to the southeast. As you can see the condition of the road.
This is one thing I want to say about the Ministry of Public Works, and I don't know who else is also responsible. Maybe, but I think mainly the Ministry of Public Works and that of the National Road Fund and generally to the government of Liberia. The issue of road is something that is taken lightly, right? What I mean by lightly, during the dry season, we have yellow machines. We have government taking yellow machines and creating these rules. I appreciate it. It will look good during the dry season. But what's the plan, the long term vision plan, and everything for situations of such during rainy season? If you would grade the road that is a dusty road with no quota or cement pavement, and then what becomes of it during the rainy season? It gets very deplorable, and it makes it even hard and harder for citizens of that area to be able to access their locations easily. The road gets deplorable, cars begin to stop. There's a lot. Um, what's happening here? There's a lot, right? Like I said, and then we are facing some serious technical issue right now. Let's see if we can sort this out quickly. Very serious technical issue. Let's take this break and see if we can sort this out immediately. Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.